So look at your life for a second. You're doing everything right. You're disciplined, you're focused, you're a good father, you're productive, you push when others quit, and yet you're tired in a way sleep doesn't fix. Your mind doesn't shut off, your body feels tense when you're resting, you crave relief from food, porn, scrolling, stimulation, anything to turn the volume down. Here's the hard truth most men never hear. This isn't a motivational problem, and it's not a lack of discipline, and it's not because there's something wrong with you or because you're broken. It's because you're imbalanced. There's too much doing, not enough being, too much force, not enough feeling. So today, what we're going to talk about is the light and the dark within you, what many traditions call the divine masculine, also the divine feminine. There are dark sides and light sides to both, and why learning to unite them might be the missing key to your peace, your power, and your freedom from these compulsive patterns. So to start, we're gonna start naming the inner conflict. So most men that I've seen, and within myself, and a pattern that I've seen is men live entirely in one mode, or couple: structure, it's logic, control, output, and what's next. What's the masculine current of the psyche? And it's powerful until it's alone. What's next? What else do we need to do? There has to be something else we need to do, right? When the masculine isn't balanced by the inner feminine, the intuition, the rest, the emotion, the creativity, it becomes rigid. When it becomes rigid, the nervous system stays locked in this fight or flight mode. And that's when burnout appears. That's when cravings intensify. For me, it was porn and Adderall and sex and alcohol. And that's when you start feeling disconnected from yourself, from meaning, from source, and from intimacy. So the darkness you're trying to outrun, it's not your enemy. It's a neglected part of you asking to be heard. So I'll give you a reunion of opposites. Here's a good story. It's an archetype of many men that I see within myself and many others, and machines. Love doing, just keep doing. Men building companies, being good fathers, optimizing everything, not missing workouts, not missing a deadline. But the body starts rebelling. Panic attacks, cravings for porn, insomnia, a quiet emptiness you can't explain. One night, after another episode where your chest is tightened and the thoughts spiral, like the man finally admits something he avoided for years. There's nothing in here anymore. There's a void. At a retreat, almost these men go and they start doing breath work, and they start, nothing dramatic, but something, when they start opening up, there's something cracks open. And I've been through this. Grief surfaces, loneliness, a softness he's buried under that ambition. So instead of controlling it, he let it move through him. And on the other side of that emotional release, something unexpected emerged with me and others I've seen. Not weakness, but it's a total clarity, a creative vision, a calmer drive, a sense of purpose that wasn't fueled by fear anymore. When these men returned home, and myself, life didn't slow down. It started a line. They still took action, but now this action came from intuition, not this pressure. That's what happens when the light and the dark stop fighting and they start cooperating with each other. So the next part we're going to go into is the feminine and the masculine explained, not the traditional feminine masculine. We're talking about the unconventional masculine and feminine. So let's ground this. The divine masculine, or the unconventional masculine, represents direction, boundaries, presence, structure, and disciplined action. The feminine represents this intuition, this flow, this emotion, this creativity, and this rest and receptivity. This has nothing to do with gender. It's energetic polarity. So what I mean is, if you have to rest for a long time after doing a lot, even if it's for a year and a half, you do that. That's what your body needs. You have to start listening to what your body needs. So psychologist Carl Jung called this inner balance the integration of the anima, the feminine soul image in men. Jung believed that when a man rejects his inner feminine, it doesn't disappear, it shows up as anxiety, projection, addiction like me, or emotional numbness. Modern science does back this up. When you stay locked in output mode, cortisol stays elevated, your parasympathetic nervous system, the system responsible for healing, digestion, creativity, and emotional processing, it never fully activates. So what's the translation? No matter how disciplined you are, you're always exhausted. So true strength isn't domination, it's integration. That's very important. It's key, is integration. And to give you an example, was in integration for about 2 years where I really didn't do much. Energy rebalanced in a ritual. So I wanna make this real. I want you to experience balance, not just understand it. So here's a small guided inner polarity ritual. I want you to sit comfortably with your feet on the ground. I want you to close your eyes. And I want you to bring awareness to your solar plexus, which is this region right here, right below your rib cage. Imagine a warm golden light there. And this is your masculine energy, steady, it's grounded, it's directed. Now I want you to bring awareness to your heart, your lower belly. Imagine a soft silver light. This is your feminine energy, receptive, intuitive, alive. I want you to inhale slowly into the belly, the masculine, receiving, exhale gently through the chest, directing. So with each breath, imagine the gold and the silver lights flow toward each other. And not overpowering, they're not competing, they're circulating. So I want you to stay here for 5 breaths. That's balance. So here's your weekly balance challenge. This week, I want you to do one feminine practice daily. Okay, I want you to journal. I want you to make some art. I want you to be still, do nothing, emotional checkings, nature walk. Then one conscious masculine presence act. I want you to set a boundary, complete one aligned task. I want you to have intentional strength training as well. Any one of those tasks, nothing extreme, just a rhythm-based practice. So when this balance returns, cravings soften because your system no longer escapes. So all in all, I want you to understand that wholeness is the goal. So here's what I want you to remember. Your darkness within you isn't a flaw. Your softness isn't a weakness. Your drive doesn't need to disappear. It needs support. When your inner king partners with your inner mystic, when structure listens to intuition, when action is guided by feeling, you stop fighting with yourself. And that's when real power emerges. So if this resonated, I created a free PDF. It's in my bio. And it's about understanding your divine and masculine tendencies and how you can integrate both of them. And it was used for porn addiction, but you can use it for compulsive behaviors. And I have exercises in there, and you can find a full checklist of interesting work to do. So I want you to download it using the link in the description. Commit to this for 7 days. You don't need to become someone else. You just need to become whole. So if this helped you, like the video and subscribe. Share it with a man who's carrying too much alone. I'll see you in the next video.